Hello guys, and today I'll be explaining everything about Apeirophobia. So this includes levels, entities, and more. I'll try doing this to the best of my ability. So to start off, let's talk about level 0, which is the level you start off in. So, to my knowledge, there's only one entity. It's pretty easy to evade because it's pretty loud since it makes a little bubble thing. Here, I'll try to make a little bit of an image. This little guy is him. And he makes this little bubble thing around him. And this is what will alert you on how to go by. Now let's continue to stuff about. I should probably just tell this better. So exit. So the exits in the front left corner of the map. Here, I'll draw this closer up here. Front left. So basically this isn't really easy to identify, but basically it's the corner where, okay, so here's the layout. So there's this little nook right here, and then a little bit ways down there's another one that's pretty similar to that, I think. And then there's some other stuff, I don't know. But yeah, there's a little bit of vents which you are meant to go in. Now let's talk about the fundamentals of this game. Always jump unless level 3. So now let's talk about level 2. Or level 1, sorry. Which is with this little starfish monster right here. So I'll use this color to make the walls. So to avoid this guy, you want to escape through anywhere that looks narrow, because this guy is pretty darn quick and you'll run out of stamina if you don't get to somewhere decently safe. This includes the entry and exit. Yeah, that's right. So what you want to do on this level is you want to go around turning these little valves. There's 6 of them in various locations. I will basically make like a little thing. So let's say this right here is the start. I'll mark the valves with this nice little yellow. So there should be one here. Oh, closer to here. There would be one here. There'd be one here. Here. There's one here. I think there's one here. I don't remember this map too well. Oh yeah, and then there's this one right here. So those. Oh wait, that's 7. So my little pea brain's dumb. So I'm just gonna do this. 6 little valves, and you just have to turn these. And by the way, I'm gonna mark the exit with this little color like thing over here. So the exit's like right around here. There's not really too quick of a way to do this, because the monster actually starts right here, or like right around here, and it tends to go forward a lot. Sometimes it takes a side route, but yeah, it starts there. And one thing you need to know is that there is indeed water in this level. And the one concern that comes with the water, drowning. Oh, that's a horrible bubble. Drowning. Which is probably the biggest threat you'll see throughout a few of these levels. I mean, it used to be a really big deal back when level 4 was in its original state where it was flooding. And what you want to do is be quick. Don't bother staying in the water for too long. Avoid it if you can, and all that stuff. So yeah. And there is one part where you actually have to dive down, and that's the exit. Okay, that was a bad little thing. So now with that out of the way, let's talk about our first safe level, level 2. Which is, I'll write this in a different color. Which is completely safe. You have to like actively find some way to screw up the game to die here. But yeah. It kinda looks like Cane Pixel's thing, but it's not. Like, you know the basic layout in Cane Pixel's thing where it's like the little hallway and then there's like this little right tube and stuff. And then you just start in this like little big hall, and normally there would be something here, but no, because this is level 3. You know that because of the fire exit, but I'll talk about that later. And here, I'll get rid of this stupid little map, by the way. And basically, to exit, you just get to see this big collection of open spaces. Here's where you are, and you just jump on down. And that's basically the first 3 levels. I'll get rid of all this for you guys. Sorry that I'm making this a little bit awkward. Remember that, by the way. Always jump unless it's level 3, because level 3 is really unique. Here we go. I'm hoping you remember all this stuff about stuff like drowning, because it's a recurring issue. No. There we go, cleared out everything. Now let's go back and talk about level 3, which is very unique. So you get to see little Dogman for the first time, and he's really weird. Basically, little Dogman only really wants to listen. That's a horrible thing. Yikes. Okay, that's a little bit better. So this one relies on sound to detect you. It cannot at all see you. So basically the main thing you want to know here is that there are a few things that I know make noise. Here, I'll use this color. And this includes crouch, walking, I'll put that in low. Jumping. There is one that would go before this. It's really safe. It's physically impossible to die to whistling, unlike these other ones. Here we go. I'm gonna go over to this little orange here. And then we have walking. Oh, by the way, just gonna mention this right now. If you walk and jump, just consider it as walking. I'll put an arrow there just for you. And then running is the loudest. So judge from just judge appropriately. There are a few little lockers that you can hide in, and it's like nice and all. It's absolutely safe. Lockers are always safe in this game, unless you're seen going into them in a few levels, but I'll mention that. But as I've already mentioned, they cannot see in this. The one monster cannot see in this level. There's only one monster here, as I think I mentioned. Probably not. But yeah. And basically how this works is that like there's a distance where you're like completely like there's a point where they can detect. And this depends purely on the difficulty, because the difficulty highly influences this. This is just a basic little sketch on how you can like vision this. And as I've mentioned, whistling is completely safe, and it just draws the entity to you. Kinda. It's used a lot in Daymare mode because it just like it's like a light lure. It just brings it to the player and you're completely safe. Now this is probably one of the hardest levels to get through because you have to find 3 keys. And these are hidden in these annoying little drawers that are like this. Oh, there's 4, sorry. And the bad thing is that I can be in either of these 4. Trust me, you just want to know where this monster is at all costs. That's your primary task during this entire thing. As long as you know where this is, you'll know how to be safe. And this is ultimately just a thing of judgment, because there's several corners you can turn, and you can't rely solely on the heartbeat, because if there is anything obstructing you, then your heartbeat is just like safe. It feels safe, but it's not at all, because the monster can still hear you because it's still in the boundary and stuff. It's only when you're like all around and stuff where it's like freaking out and doing its thing. But that's not all to this level. This level's pretty complicated, because once you use all 3 on these little locks and stuff, it's just like, ayo, we need you to press these buttons in every room. And there's only 1 room in the entire thing that doesn't have it. So what you have to do for the second half of this is just go around pressing all these little buttons. And if you're wondering from the layout of the map, so this is where locks are, and it's what, this room that has the fake button. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's this room right here, the 3rd one on the left. Oh yeah, and by the way, there is a little bathroom there, so I should probably fix that. And there's some, so here I'm gonna go back through and explain how to get all the relay cores after. I just want to have this clean and organized so that you can get through. Easy peasy. So basically, whenever you press all of these buttons, you have to go back through and go to the fire exit to escape. this is commonly confused because it doesn't have that great an indication of when it's actually ready. But yeah, that is at the start of the map, first thing on the right. You know, that isn't one of these that you can open. And once you're there, you're basically in the clear. I'm gonna explain everything once I get past level 10 in this little tutorial thing. Yeah, level 3 is probably the most complicated, really. Here, I'll just clear all this out. Here we go. And there we go. Perfect. So now we have level 4, which is another one of those safe ones, as long as you don't drown like an idiot. But yeah, this one has 2 parts. There's walking simulator, and then there's maze. Walking simulator is self-explanatory. Just go into the hallway. Just go into the hallway and go straight down all the way to the end. Up here, all the way to the end, and then climb up the stairs. All the way. It's long and annoying, but run jumping is your fastest way of getting about there. And then you have your other route where you just go through a little maze thing and then go to the exit. That's relatively how it looks. And it looks relatively like that because basically just hug the left wall and you'll make it there way quicker than you need to. Once again, this one is safe. So yeah, just want to mention that. And that's basically all for level 4. You don't even need to worry anything about this. It's a joke. The past version of this was basically maze except flooding, and it was not that good. Like, completely honest. It's something I would have died at if I didn't have my brother with me. So now that we've mentioned that completely revamped and stupidly oversimplified level, now we have level 5, which is also a really simple level. Basically, it's completely dark in there, kinda. It's really hard to see, but basically the first thing you want to do when you get in there. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm just gonna mention this real quick. The monster in here has white eyes no matter what. So as long as your friend doesn't or anyone who's with you doesn't have anything covering that, like, you know, a big head, then you're pretty safe against that because you can see it. So just in case you somehow do encounter this, just keep direct eyesight on it, and it'll be like, nah bro, I don't want to touch you. Wait, oh well, that works. But yeah, just if that's not helping, then make sure you have your flashlight shining on it too, just in case you somehow take way too long in this level. But yeah. Anyways, the first thing you want to do in this level is when you spawn in, go forward and then counterclockwise. That's basically the quickest way to complete this. And just hug that wall, like, strongly hug the wall. Because, here, I'll make a decent little layout. Oh crap, I accidentally erased the flashlight. There we go, your flashlight's back. But yeah, basically, your path is gonna look something like this. And then you're just gonna like go in here and then back a little, and then you are gonna find a little funny portal. You should, if you do this right, you probably won't even encounter the monster, and it would be really hard to if you do it quick. Like, just run. Because this little monster spawns like right about here, and I don't know, he just gets like lost or whatever, and then he's like, oh cool, I'm here now. So yeah, it's kind of hard to find him if you just go straight for the path. So yeah, with that said and done, let's talk about level 6. Oh my gosh, that's hideous. Oh well. So basically, little spooky boy is chasing you. And the entire point of this level is literally just to run. There are a few parts that may be confusing, but if you don't find an obvious way, see if there's a way above, and if not, hug a wall. Trust me, you have a lot of time if you're doing this on easy mode, and even on nightmare mode, as long as you're run jumping, you're fine. It's pretty self-explanatory. And there will be a bunch of twists and turns and doors you have to go through. Just be warned of that. But at the end, there's a little bit of a portal, and it just leads you to the next part, which is really easy. Kinda. Ish. Which would just so happen to be level 7. Which is quite honestly it's kind of like mini level 3, I guess. So the first thing you want to do is look around for little marbles. They'll be of all different colors and all different things. There'll be 6 in total. There's gray. Okie dokes. So all you need to know is the number and color. So I'll even color code what this one would be for you. So this one would be 1, or sorry, I'm stupid. 2, 1, 1, 2. What, like, I think it would be 1, 5. What, like 1, 6, and then what, like 1, 7? Oh wait, no, it's 2, 7. Sorry. So basically, here, I'll write this down. Number first. priority second. And you should be able to do it based off what you see here. Because I remember orange is, what, like 8th or something? Oh well. And you want to put that in on a little computer thing. And then when you do that, you want to go over and enter it in this little door. There. This little door with the keypad thingy. And when you enter it right, you have to be a little sus. You can go through a little vent. And when you get out of that, is probably the most tedious part of this entire thing, because this was only part 1 of basically 3, because now you're just gonna have to open a little book and read off codes, and if you get lucky you'll find the right one. So then you have to translate all the code. Basically just get Lucky Simulator. It's not going to be color coordinated like I'm doing it here, but let's just say it is this one. There's going to be like 60 of them in total, probably, just about. This is just an oversimplified version, so you put your code in, turns green, and then you continue on with your day because you got extremely lucky. And then when you do that, you just can go over to this little computer thingy. And then you're like, why? And that's literally all you have to do. You just wait a little bit, and then you go back over here with this computer, and then escape. And that's basically the entirety of level 7. It's really annoying. Definitely could be changed to be a little bit better. If they just made the vents shorter, it would be a lot better. But yeah, I'm just going to clear all this stuff out. Hopefully you got all that stuff in your mind. There's no monsters there, by the way, don't worry. I forgot to mention that. And for the chase scene in level 6, same thing, there's only one, or same thing, but there's only one monster. You really don't have much to worry about, though. By the way, for level 6, there will be things in your way. So, just in case I haven't mentioned that already. There we go. So, last one I mentioned was level 7, so now level 8, my personal least favorite, because, to say the least, reverse level 3. And by that, I mean you have... Here, I'll write this down. You listen now. And if you hear it at all, just hide in the locker before it sees you. If you find a little, like, so basically your entire goal is to use lockers so you can get around and stuff. I don't know the exact layout of this map. I know if you... I mean, you don't have to go through the cafeteria because you can go through a different way and just go... I think it's like the first right you can take. and there's this different passage that leads straight there, and your goal is just to find a green light. So once you see a green light on the ceiling, you know you're really close to the exit. Because when you do that, you just have to go, like, I think it's to the right of that if you're going from spawn. Or if you just get lucky. And then you'll go down a little hallway with this red light. And then there's only one way to go. Because you just go up there and then go in the vents, and then you escape. The monster in this is a little weird. Kinda looks like a skin stealer, but it's not. Crudely drawn thingy. But yeah, sometimes this thing flashes light from its eyes. I don't know why. It's annoying. It's scary. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, but it is dark in there. So, flashlight is a mandatory thing there unless you're doing the blindfolds or something, like, I don't know, astral spiff or something. But that would just be stupid. You know, based off the fact that you have to do the code in level 7 and stuff, yeah. And then we have level 9, which is a really nice one. The only thing you have to worry about is immediately getting up from the water. And then you just go on your merry way down the end of the hall, and then you go through a water slide. Oh wait, that's drawn horribly. Here, I'll just draw like a little tube thing. It looks like a water slide. But you're seeing it from the bottom, so it looks kind of like this, I guess. There you go. That's essentially what you see. But you don't actually see anything past there. And that's your exit. And then finally we have the easiest level to cheese in multiplayer. Level 10. And the thing about level 10 is that there's these freakishly tall dudes. There's 2 of them. And these guys are smileys, as you've probably seen from levels, what, 0, 1, mainly 0 and 1, but it's also level 10 for obvious reasons of those are also the kind of smilers, I guess, I think, I don't know. But yeah, basically all you have to actually do is just run. As long as you run and jump, I don't think it can get to you as long as you're away from it. I mean, if you want to go for the diversion route, then you can abuse the clinginess and hide in a locker, which is for some reason on a rooftop of some sort, parking lot, I don't know. But do be warned, they're like little freaking moths around these things. And they just love them. But yeah, the good thing is that sometimes on these lockers, you'll find little keys. And these are really good for you, because they let you open one of the 4 little locks on each corner of the map. And only one of them works. So basically get lucky. So yeah, best of luck. By the way, there's 4 of these. I'll make that very clear right now. And that's basically everything you need to know about this game. Not that bad at all, really. So yeah, here I'll clear all this out so I can do an outro. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it so far, even though this is kind of cringe. Maybe this helped, I don't know. If you actually look at the gameplay, then like if you actually look at some pros play the game, like speedrun it and stuff, then you'll understand. Like there's this one guy that did Daymare modes and he's pretty cool. I'll put him in the description because he's just that nice and cool and actually good at the game. He basically does everything I mentioned and that stuff. Picked it all up from him, really. Most of it up from him. But yeah, just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.